It's The Last Stand. And here is your host, Brian Custer.
That's right. It is The Last Stand. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. Man, joining me today is one of boxing's biggest draws. I mean, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world champion himself, Gervonta Tank Davis, back with us on The Last Stand. So, man, it certainly has been an interesting time for you. With everything whirling around you, even from a legal perspective. How were you able to focus on this fight?
Just actually my personal team, my coaches and things like that. They came to my house and we talked like men, and they gave me words that picked me up and things like that. So I kept focused, and I feel as though this is just a hump in the road, and it'll get past.
Does it bother you at all that, listen, the old adage, you can't please all the people all the time. Does it bother you that you may not be able to convince some of the people, like, hey, look, that's not me, but they still won't believe even what you say?
That's just me of not being like I want to say a person that's like super loud and actually do a lot of media and things like that. And I think people don't, they go off of want to say past situations. Mm-hmm. and
do you think then maybe you need to be more let's say vocal?
Yes.
Maybe people haven't gotten to know the real Gervonta Davis, I would assume.
Yes, I think I need to be more vocal, or just build my team strong enough where as though I have outlets to show that side of me. It just, people don't know, seeing enough of Gervonta Davis, so they think that I'm just this maniac. Yeah. Because I'm a boxer. Yeah. And I'm vicious in the ring. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, listen, I guess the big question is, you got this fight with Ryan Garcia. He's already said, look, man, I was going to fight in January, but bump that. I'm a train strictly for Tank. Why would you take another fight before you got this mega fight with Ryan Garcia? I
feel as though it would keep me active. You know what I mean? It would actually, when you're active, you're not just sitting and just sitting around. I feel as though if I have a tough fight with Ryan, why not, stay active and build off and actually try to work on mistakes and things like that, so I could be able to be sharp for the Ryan when it comes in April.
The last time we spoke, man, you said this is going to be my last fight with Mayweather Promotions. And you stuck to it. In your mind, what was the final straw? What was it that you said, you know what, I think it's time for me to go on my own?
I feel as though I don't try to map my career off Mayweather, Floyd, but I somewhat look at Floyd's career and when he was about 27, 28, he said he bought himself out his contract, and I feel as though that Mayweather Promotions, they did a great job with me, but it was time for me to move on, to try to build myself as a business person, as a fighter, I feel as though I can only do what's best for, I can do the best person that can help me is myself, I feel as though.
How will this phase of your career be different from, let's say, when Mayweather Promotions was guiding your career?
I feel as though it will mature me, as a man. Again, as a business person, I feel as though that it will help me grow. because it's not someone that's hand in hand with me, you know what I mean? It's actually me. I actually got to put on them pants and that shirt and become that business person, you know what I mean? So I think it will mature me as a man fully, and it will help me.
And listen, I know you've got the Hector Garcia fight, but obviously the Ryan Garcia fight is so big, so massive. And in light of the Spence and Crawford fight that fell through, Garcia came out and said, I acquiesced and made this fight happen. How did this fight happen?
He didn't make the fight happen. It just, again, both of us was willing to fight each other. And our promoters, our team, my management team and his advisor and things like that, and they came together and they was able to work together. So I think that he didn't make the fight by himself. That's the case. Then he'll be fighting himself, right? So I don't think he made the fight, but both of us agreed, and his team agreed and my team agreed.
So gotta have you respond to this. Ryan Garcia, I'm knocking Tank out in 2 rounds. I truly believe I'm better than him. And I'm gonna take my place as the face of this incredible sport and bring a new generation of boxing fans with me.
He got high hopes, Ryan. Ryan have high hopes. But again, he's a fighter. You know what I mean? A fighter's supposed to speak highly of themselves and think highly of themselves. I feel as though he's talking and he's actually putting in the work. You know what I mean? He said he don't want no fights, and he actually grinding. You know what I mean? And focusing on Gervonta Davis. You know, so we can't overlook his statement. You know what I mean? We just got to be mindful of he's coming. You know what I mean? So I definitely got to be prepared, and I make sure I prepare myself just as much or much harder than him.
He says it's not going past 2 rounds. What do you say?
That's a strong prediction. I feel as though 2 rounds. That's crazy. That's crazy. Rolly said the same thing. Rolly said the same thing. I don't know. I don't know what they think. He's saying it personally. I mean, he's saying it up close. He made a bet with Errol Spence, and he lost that bet.
He did.
You know what I mean? Tell him bet again. Tell him bet again for sure. For sure.
We had Devin Haney on the last stand. Devin Haney, quote, "It's funny how tables turn. Now I'm the undisputed champ, and this guy has a Mickey Mouse belt. He's never going to fight anybody. He's a clown. If he wants to fight, the fight can be made."
First of all, they emailed, they gave Devin a belt. They gave Devin a belt. He didn't fight for his belt. When he came undisputed, he waited till Kambosos won the belt for him to fight for the belt. You see, when Teofimo had the belt, they didn't fight. As quick as he fought with Kambosos, he could have fought with Teofimo. All of them on the same side. Of course, he have all them belts and people don't know him. Like he can't fight in his hometown without, you know what I mean, and can't set it out. So, I mean, it just jab at the champ. He know who the real champ is. That's why he's, you know what I mean.
Do you think a Tank Davis Devin Haney fight will happen?
If it get down to it, I'm definitely winning the fight. I'm winning the fight for sure. Let Hector and this Ryan fight get through, I'm winning the fight in a heartbeat.
I love it. Shakur Stevenson was on the last stand, and you guys have exchanged some tweets as well. But here's Shakur Stevenson's quote. quote, I feel like he's talking about you. I feel like he's only talking about me because he's got a fight lined up. You can say whatever you want when I'm not on the list of people he's fighting. After he fights Golden Girl Garcia, talking about Ryan, tell him to have that same type of energy that he came with against me on social media. Tell him to send over the contract, or I'll send the contract to him. Tell him to go fight me. He's too little. I could never lose to no midget. Shakur Stevenson.
First of all, he's not in no position until somebody say send me the contract. Like what you mean you'll send me the contract? What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. These guys are just got to, like, they get a few wins and they get a little above themselves. They ain't really, like, they come see me and I give them a real they get a real check. Yeah. A real check. And they get a real opponent. And I won't even say no real opponent, a real, you know what I mean, the champ. Yeah. They get the champ.
How often will you fight this year?
Hopefully I can get in, God willing, 3. 2 for sure. 3 is pushing. But I definitely want 3 if I can.
We'll wrap it up with kind of some personal questions. What do you wish that people knew about Gervonta Tank Davis that maybe they don't understand? I'm funny. I'm fun to be around. I'm human. I'm not somebody that's feel as though that's like, when I say bougie or stuck up or anything like that. I feel as though a lot of people see that they go off my my boxing, how I am in a ring, and they use that as of how they make judgment.
How they make judgment on me. I feel as though that I'm much more of a person than just a boxer. You know what I mean? I feel as though I'm not somebody that's just mean or stuck up 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, that's just me in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or me making weight.
right, exactly.
But other than that, I'm humble guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to speak too, like, highly or boast about myself, but I'm fun to be around. I'm a great human being.
And we all have people, like, mentors that we go to. So who's like that male in your life that you kind of go to? Like, maybe you need counsel. Maybe I need some information. Who's that guy you kind of lean on?
Lately, Al Heyman. I've been talking to Al a lot lately. Just not even in of course boxing, but just trying to better myself as a person, as a business person. And I feel as though Al Heyman is definitely a guy that I can actually talk to, and he understands me because he's been doing this for so long. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Al is definitely somebody that a shoulder I can lean on and talk to.
We'll wrap it up with this, but because there have been like some high-profile guys. I mean, you're so popular in the culture, whether it's hip hop and sports athletes. When you look at like some of the like Takeoff, P&B Rock, all those guys, do you sit back and be like, I may have to move differently now?
Yes.
Because there so many people see the Instagram part of y'all's lives and envious of that. Yeah. Did it kind of cause you guys, were like, I may have to move differently?
Yes,
going
I want to
forward?
say rest in peace to them guys.
Yeah.
And, my love and prayer to that family. I'm close friends. But definitely move smart. That's why it's like I don't really like try to like post a lot on my Instagrams and things like that because of what we live in today.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to be cautious. I have 2 daughters instead of sons, so I try to be cautious of that. I feel as though my daughters need me more than anything. So I try to, I build my security team around me where as though it's a wall. And that's why I don't be trying to be too vocal and too loud when I actually show face or anything like that, because of so much going on. You know what I mean? So much going on. Not to speak too much on the situation, but PNB Rock was I don't want to say harmed when he was actually eating with his woman.
Yeah.
And Takeoff was harmed when he was actually just he was a bystander.
Yeah.
So just want to smarten up as people, and we more than just athletes or rappers, celebrities.
Yeah.
We human beings.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We the same people as them people that we are the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We no different. You know what I mean? We got cameras in our face sometimes and throughout the day, and that's it, bro. Everybody the same way.
I say this all the time for people. You even ask me about Gervonta Davis. I say, if you knew Gervonta Davis, you would really like him.
Yes.
And like you said, I think a lot of times, and it goes with a number of celebrities, they just see whatever in the headlines, and that's what they make their judgment off of. But I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
You've always
yes,
good
sir.
for me. Always
Yes,
been good
sir.
for me. Folks, that's what we do here on The Last Stand. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. And I tell you, you talk about the sport of boxing, this guy right here is right there at the top. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again next week.